Hello, welcome to BronxWorks Stella's Farmers Market. Every Thursday, we will be providing you with easy and simple cooking demos that you will be able to use with the produce that you purchase with us. Before getting started, you want to make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly. You want to make sure that you're using warm water and soap. You want to get underneath your fingernails to get any dirt or debris that may be under there. Washing your hands is really important when dealing with any food. You want to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And when you're done, you want to grab a rag or a paper towel to turn off that faucet. Hi, my name is Jasmine Wilson here with BronxWorks. Today with a quick and simple kale and garlic recipe. So today you will need kale. This is about 8 cups chopped and pre-washed. You will also need 2 cloves of garlic. And you will also need crushed red pepper flakes, cooking oil, and along with salt and pepper to taste. To start this recipe off, you want to start off by chopping the garlic. This recipe calls for 2 cloves of minced garlic, minced meaning a very fine chopped. And you want to make sure when working with a knife that you keep your fingers tucked away. That way if the knife slips, your fingers are not cut. Out of this whole recipe, the chopping of the garlic is the most complicated. And behind me on the stove, I have a teaspoon of oil heating up. Once the pot is warm, you want to add the minced garlic, and you also want to add the 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You want to make sure once you have it in the pot that you keep the garlic moving, that way it won't burn. After cooking the garlic with the red pepper flakes in the pot for about 2 minutes, you want to start to add the kale into the pot. You want to make sure that you get all 8 cups of kale inside of the pot. It may seem like a lot, but after a while, the kale will start to wilt down. I got this particular kale at the farmer's market. You want to make sure when purchasing kale that you look for greens that are moist, crisp, with rich green leaves. Also, when you get home, you want to prepare it by rinsing it well, trim the leaves from the stem, and you could store it unwashed in a damp, wet paper towel in a plastic bag and keep it in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. After cooking the greens for about 3 minutes, you then want to add a cup of water into the pot. You then want to cover and cook the greens until they wilt about 4 minutes. After 4 minutes of cooking, your kale will look like this. You want to keep stirring until all the water is evaporated. Even though this recipe called for kale, you can use any braising green. Any braising green can include collard, kale, Swiss chard, mustard greens, turnip greens, or beet greens. This recipe is great on its own, but if you like, the braising greens can also be added to soups a few minutes right before serving. Now that all the water has evaporated, we're now going to add in salt and pepper, and then you want to give it a good stir. And this is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did, and make sure you come check us out at 1130 Grand Concourse every Thursday from 10 to 4.